going to see what is the highest work possible for any one of us to feel the highest fulfillment on this planet. So let me share my screen. So the fulfillment, the work that we are doing on this planet is all because one, we need to um, have the basic comfort. We want to create that for us and for our family. Above that, we want to feel fulfilled, satisfied with the work that we are doing. So, what is this highest gift that we can give or do on this planet is the meaning, because more than money, after the basic comfort, that will give us more satisfaction is having meaning in life. So even modern research on the most successful people show that something profound after a certain point happens. After a certain point of achievements, every kind of achievements, um, they want to feel fulfilled, and what they do is go beyond themselves. So achievements doesn't create fulfillment. Money will stabilize your comfort, recognition will satisfy your ego temporarily, and the power that you always look for will expand your influence, but none of these will sustain the meaning in life. So once the financial stability is achieved, increased income has nothing related to this life satisfaction. So the meaningfulness of the work is what is strongly correlating with the well-being that we are looking for. So the research says that the long term fulfillment comes from contribution, generativity, uplifting others, and being useful beyond oneself. And this is what Harvard longitudinal study also showed, that very clearly the deepest life satisfaction comes from meaningful contribution and relationships, not personal success alone. So, going beyond yourself and being useful to others is called as pro social motivation in psychology, and in spiritual terms, it is called as dana or giving. So, the highest gift is the spiritual knowledge. That is what Swami Vivekananda declares. What you can give is there are multiple levels of giving, but the highest level that you can give is the spiritual knowledge. Why? Because the material support, like giving food, giving protection, or even giving education for you know empowering their livelihood, all of this will somehow help them, but it is creating a dependence on you, because you give food today, tomorrow again they will be hungry, they'll come back to you. If you educate them, they'll come back to you again asking for a job. If you protect them or save them from any disaster, again when they have some kind of misery in their life, they'll come back to you. You are creating dependency with material supports, with social services, which is, but it'll not actually make a person independent of you. So the highest gift that you can give is spiritual knowledge, because spiritual knowledge will transform the perception of a person, how they look at the world, how they respond to the world, and how they identify themselves, will give the inner freedom. It'll make them independent of you and anyone else. So they become so independent that they will realize that for every kind of problem, the solution is within me. I just have to explore it. So that is the actual help, the highest gift that one can give. So why does this bring greatest fulfillment? Is the research shows helping others will activate meaning making center in the brain and long term dopamine stability. So it will not give us short spikes of dopamine, but at a long term we feel good in the brain when we keep helping others, and emotionally we will be resilient. But something even deeper happens when you guide someone towards awareness, when you help someone to meditate, to observe their mind, to discover their stillness and experience their clarity. If you help them to get clarity in life, you're not just solving one problem, friends. You are actually helping them access their own inner intelligence. Their own inner guidance will help them find solutions for their problem. They will not come back to you. So you are giving the superpower through introducing meditation to a person by opening the doors for their own spiritual knowledge through meditation. So meditation is the actual source of true independence. Why? Because spiritual knowledge is not just a belief. You get to understand a lot of things in silence, in stillness, in self observation. So when you meditate, you will start um, identifying the divinity which is within you, and the strength, the clarity, everything is within you. You will start exploring them. So once you start meditating or give meditation to a person, that person is no longer living as a beggar, begging for life, for fairness, or begging gods for rescuing them, or even begging gurus for direction, because they will connect to their own source of inner guidance, for their own intuitions, which will guide them. And they will not have to depend on anything. So they will develop patience, they will be content with what they have in life, and they'll have a stable mind to respond consciously in this world. That is true independence. And that is what we can become, be truly independent and give that true independence to others. And an independent individual does not only solve personal suffering, they become capable of contributing to the whole world. So Vivekananda says that all the power that you want, all the solutions that you're looking for is within you. Believe in that. Do not believe that you are weak at any cost. That is the most poisonous thought, that you are weak is something that you have to be throwing away. So stand up and express the divinity within you. Vivekananda very strongly says that even if you turn every home into a charity asylum and help people come out of their suffering, the world will not change until a person's character changes. So, any amount of material support that you do in the world will not reduce the misery that you are seeing. The true support, the true giving is only through the right knowledge and the right practice like meditation. So, do not believe that you are weak, you are divine and you are God. So believe in that and gather all the power and stand up and start spreading the light that you have within yourself. Because this week we started off identifying the work to be our self-respecting, self-worthy aspect of us. Because when we asked why do we work, we had certain reasons to work, so which was connected to our identity, which is kind of a ego. From ego, we move to excellence. And from excellence, we move to service, contribution oriented work. And from service, we are moving towards awakening. Work will take us to awakening. That is the highest fulfillment, where we will not just see what did I achieve, but who became stronger, clearer, freer because I lived consciously. So success will impress the world, but awakening will transform it. So the greatest service is not changing the circumstances, but awakening your own consciousness. So the greatest fulfillment is knowing that your life has helped someone discover their own light. So do not just be a seeker of some success or some achievements, or even for that case, a seeker of enlightenment. But be a giver of light, be a giver of awareness, carry the light, carry the divinity, explore it, reveal it, connect to it, and start spreading your awareness and light to the world. That is the highest work that you can do, my dear friends. So, every unconscious mind will strengthen the problem, but every awakened mind will strengthen the future. If you want to contribute to the world in the most powerful way, that is only possible by your own consciousness, by uplifting your consciousness, by your evolution. You are contributing to the world, and to the you're serving at the highest possible way to the world. So let's take the responsibility and do the highest service possible by becoming more awakened, by spreading our light to the world, friends. So, with that understanding, let's intend for the day. So, I request all of you to close your eyes and let's intend for the day. Let me commit to awakening my highest consciousness, not just for myself, but for the upliftment of humanity. Let me live consciously. Let me choose inner strength over dependency. May my awakening become a force that strengthens the world. Let me be the carrier light. Thank you.